Axel and Orserk mark a difficulty spike in Palworld. With a massively bloated health pool on top of tons of damage, a varied moveset and an interesting electric and dragon type combo, Orserk can be difficult to contend with, but with a few tips and tricks we'll make short work of him. So let's take a look at what Orserk can do. The first thing is his signature move, which has him jump into the air with what looks like a lightning javelin and hurl it at you. Standing behind the pillars will help you to an extent, but a highly damaging area of effect will shoot from where the javelin hits, and that can travel through the pillars. The best thing to do is dodge sideways and then keep going to make some distance. The next really devastating attack is his ridiculously strong lightning beam, which is channeled over a few seconds. This deals massive damage if you take the full brunt of it and tracks you as you move. If you keep dodging to the side, you will avoid most of the damage while he retargets you. Orserk can also attack with standard electric type projectiles that you will have seen so far. These can attack in a wide fan or slow moving orbs, so keeping mobile is key for this fight. The final lightning attack that Orserk can perform is a massive explosion at his location. This is really devastating to get caught in, but it's telegraphed with a wide red circle. As soon as you see it, that's your tell to get out of the area or you will take a massive hit. I recommend calling back your pal as well. Orserk supplements his incredible lightning damage with some dragon attacks. This is mostly the standard dragon cannon that he will often use. A fast moving projectile that has some tracking and a decently sized area of effect when it lands. Dodging at just the right moment is important for this one, but standing behind pillars works too. If Orserk starts running towards you to get close, he's going to do one of three things. The first is his dragon type area blast that deals respectable damage and knocks you back, and the second is poison rain. For a moderate period of time, a cloud will follow you around attempting to deal gradual damage over time, but it's easily outpaced, so just keep moving. The third close range attack is the dragon breath channeled ability that is easily avoided by simply moving away quickly. Finally, Orserk can summon a meteor storm of dragon type projectiles that will bombard in 3 waves. These don't track you, so even though this looks intimidating and deals a ton of damage if you actually do get caught in it, it's quite easy to avoid by simply staying mobile and moving sideways. Now that we've covered what Orserk can do, let's take a look at what you can do. The first thing is to figure out what pals you want to bring, and there are 2 different types that really shine here. The first is Ice, which deals heavy damage against Orserk, since Ice deals bonus damage to dragon types. The other thing you can use is Ground, which heavily resists electric attacks and deals bonus damage to them. If you have explored further into the game or got savvy with breeding, the absolute best pal that you can bring to this fight is Reptyrocryst. This is a unique ground and ice type that will heavily counter anything and everything Orserk can throw at you, while dealing massive damage in return. This rare pal can be found in the ice caves far to the north, or bred from a Reptyro and Foxicle. I didn't have one for this fight, so I mostly just used Anubis and Van Wormcryst. As with all tower bosses, their weak point is not the pal itself, but the owner that rides it. Axel will be positioned just above Orserk's head, and dealing damage there will give you a big bonus, so bring some heavy firepower and aim for Axel. There aren't many options for electric and dragon resistance for your own character, so it's important to rely on your pals serving as damage sponges. It's recommended to bring things that can take a beating so that you can focus all your efforts on avoiding those nasty attacks. They hurt a lot and fire frequently, so staying on top of your health is important. Use the pillars around the room to avoid any projectiles, and when Orserk is closing the distance, remember to dodge away at the last second to avoid the blast or poison cloud. When you see Orserk channeling his really nasty attacks, make sure you are well away from the splash zone, and consider withdrawing your power for a few seconds until the coast is clear to make sure that they last as long as possible. As long as you cover all of this, you will make short work of Axel and Orserk, and be well on your way to taking on the next boss. It's important to bring the best gear you can get to this fight, so if you need to level fast, don't forget to check out my fast leveling guide and ore farming guides to get the best equipment. I'll leave the links in the description for you. Thanks very much guys. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit those like and subscribe buttons and leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Take care, and as always, have fun.